And today we are going to study the topic tangent and intersecting chords. So let's try to understand first what is a tangent. Suppose we take an example that suppose this is a circle, okay, and you can see there are two lines. One line is intersecting the circle, is touching the circle at 2 points, C and D, and one line is touching the circle at only one point, which is P. So the line which touches the circle at one point and do not intersect is called tangent. Okay, and this point P at which this line is touching the circle will be called point of contact. Okay, and the line which is passing through the circle by intersecting the circle at 2 point is called secant. Okay, so please remember what is secant and what is tangent. Draw the figure, please. Okay, children, let's see few theorems. Like in this first theorem, it is given that the tangent at any point of a circle and the radius through this point are perpendicular to each other. Suppose this is a circle, O is the center of the circle and AB is the tangent to the circle, and this tangent is touching the circle at point P. That means P is the point of contact. So if we join OP, so OP will be the radius to the circle. The theorem says that the radius and the tangent at the point of contact are always perpendicular to each other. Okay, so if we have to prove that why this is perpendicular, because we can say that because if we take any point other than P, that distance will be greater than P, because OP will be the shortest distance. So we can say that OP will be perpendicular to AB. Alright, so remember this theorem that tangent and the radius at the point of contact form a perpendicular or 90-degree angle. Alright, note down please. Let's see few more points that we can conclude from, like if this is a circle with center O and there is a point P from which two tangents are drawn, A and B, PA and PB, and OP is the line joining the point and the center of the circle. So we have studied in the theorem that this angle will be angle formed between the tangent and the radius at the point of contact will be 90 degree, right? So we can conclude this point that tangents are equal in length, first point. Second, that means the length of PA and PB will be same. That means tangent drawn from the external point will always be same length. Okay, tangent subtend equal angle at the center of the circle. That means second point says angle AOP, this angle and this angle will be same. Angle subtended by the tangent at the center, this angle and this angle will be same, because tangents are equal, so they'll subtend equal angle. Okay, next is the tangents are equally inclined to the line joining the point and the center of the circle. That means that this is a tangent and this is a line joining the center of the circle to the point. So this angle will be same. Angle APO and angle BPO will be same. Let's try to understand how we have concluded this point. Now simply you can see these, we can see two triangles, angle APO and triangle APO and triangle BPO, right? In this triangle we can see that one angle is 90, AO and OB are the radius of the circle and OP is common. So from this we can conclude that triangle OPA and triangle OPB will be congruent by right RHS. Okay, this is a point from which we can prove that the triangles are congruent. Right angle, hypotenuse and one side. So we have one right angle, hypotenuse is common and one side is equal, which is the radius of the circle. So these two triangles will be congruent. So when these two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding parts will be same. So PA equals to PB. This is the first point, that here tangents are of equal length if it is drawn from one external point. Angle AOP equals to angle BOP, that is angle subtended by the tangents will be equal. Second point. And third point is angle APO equals to angle BPO, that is the tangents are equally inclined to the line joining the point at the center of the circle. Alright children, note down this much. Let's see another theorem children. Now in this theorem it is given that if two circles touch each other, the point of contact lies on the straight line through the center. That means the circle might touch externally or internally. They are saying that if we join the line centers, that means this line which is joining the center will always pass through the point of contact. The line joining the center, if we produce, it will pass through the point of contact. Okay, so we have to prove that APB is a straight line. Now we can easily prove that. See, this angle is 90-degree angle formed between the radius and the tangent, and this angle will be also 90-degree angle formed between the radius and the tangent. Angle APQ is 90, angle QPB is also 90. So 90 plus 90, 180. This will be a straight angle. So when APB is a 180-degree angle, straight angle, then APB will be a straight line. Same goes for internally also. Alright. Now, here it is given that D equals to R1 plus R2. If R1 is the radius of R1 and R2 are the radius of the two circles which are touching each other externally, then the distance between the centers we can calculate by adding the radius. Okay, and if the circles are touching internally like this, and R1 is the radius of bigger circle and R2 is the radius of smaller circle, then the distance between the centers we can calculate by subtracting the radius R1 minus R2, or external radius minus internal radius. Alright, children, note down please. Now children, let's see another theorem. Now in this theorem it is given that if two chords of the circle intersect internally or externally, then the product of the lengths of the segment are equal. So if we assume that this is a circle and AB and CD are the chords which are intersecting each other at P, then the theorem says that the parts of intersecting parts will be, the product of the intersecting parts will be same. PC into this will be PD. Alright. Now if we have to prove that the product of the length is equal, you can see that there are two triangles. If we join AC and BD, we can see that there are two triangles, PAC and PBD. Right. Now if you see that this segment BC is subtending this angle BAC, and the same segment BC is subtending angle BDC. So the angles in the same segment, angle A will be equal to angle D. Now similarly, this same segment AD is subtending angle ACP and AD segment is subtending PBD. So these two angles will be again equal. Now when two angles of the triangles are equal, then we can say that the triangles are similar by A postulate or rule, right? Angle rule. So when triangles are similar, that means the ratio of the corresponding sides will be same. So if we find out the corresponding side, so these two angles are equal. The side in front of equal angle PA, this equal angle PD. P upon PD equals to PC upon PB. So when we cross multiply, we get this result, PA into PB equals to PC into PD. Alright. Note down. Now children, let's see another theorem. Now in this theorem, it is given that angle between the tangent and a chord through the point of contact is equal to the angle in the alternate segment. Now the theorem says that suppose AB is a chord and A is the point of contact, whereas PQ is the tangent. Okay, so if the angle between the chord and the tangent at the point of contact, so this angle, alright children, and this chord is subtending this angle ACB. So theorem says that angle BAQ will be equals to angle BCA, and these angles will be called as angles in the alternate segment. Alright, let's try to prove, let's try to learn how we can see that we can conclude that angle BAQ equals to angle BCA. Now if you join this AR through O, then this will be AOR will be the diameter. So if we join R to B, this angle ABR will be 90 degree. Now let's assume this angle theta, and we know that when OA is a tangent and PQ is a tangent and OA is a radius, then angle OAQ will be 90 degree, and this we have assumed theta. So that this remaining angle, that means angle AOB will be, or RAB will be 90 minus theta. Alright, so when this angle is 90 minus theta and this RBA is 90 degree, so the remaining angle, which is ARB, if we add the three angles of a triangle equals to 180 degree, when we add that, use that property, we'll get angle ARB as theta. That means this angle is theta, we have assumed, and we got the value of this angle ARB as theta. Now you can see this AB is a segment which is subtending AR angle ARB, and which is also subtending angle ACB. So we know that angles in the same segments are always equal. So that means ARB will be equals to ACB. Hence BAQ will be equals to ACB. Alright. Please note down. Now let's see this sum, children. Now in this sum it is given that two circles of radius 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter are concentric. Concentric means having the same center. You can see that the circle and this circle both have the same center O. So when circle share the same center, they are called concentric circles. The question says calculate the length of the chord of the outer circle which touches the inner. That means if this is the chord of the outer circle, so this chord is the tangent to the inner circle. That means this chord is touching the inner circle at point P, which is the point of contact, and AB is the tangent to the circle, inner circle, right, whose radius is 3 centimeter. So let's see the solution. We are given with the radius of the inner circle, which is 3. So OP is 3. We know that if we join the radius, the angle between the radius and the tangent at the point of contact is 90 degree, right? And the length of OA is 5 centimeter. So we can say that in triangle OAP by Pythagoras theorem, OA square equals to OP square plus AP square. So if we calculate the value of AP square, that will be OA square minus OP square. Put the value of OA and OP, we'll get the value of AP as 16. So AP square is 16, so AP will be 4. Now we know that the perpendicular drawn from the center bisects the chord. That means AP is equals to PB. So if we calculate the value of AB, so that will be 2 times of AP, which will be 2 into 4 equals to 8 centimeter. Note down please. Let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum it is given that ABC is a right angle triangle. AB equals to 12 centimeter. AC equals to 13 centimeter. A circle with center O has been inscribed in the triangle. Calculate the value of X, the radius of the inscribed circle. Now we have assumed that this is an inscribed circle of center O and having the radius X centimeter. And this is inscribed in a triangle ABC, which is right angled at B, where AC is 13 and AB is 12 centimeter. Now if we assume that PQR is the point of contact of the tangent AB, BC and AC, because it is inscribed in the triangle, so the sides of the triangle will be the tangent to the circle. So let the point of contact of AB be P, BC be Q and AC be R. Now if ABC is a right angle triangle, so we can say that by Pythagoras theorem, if we have to calculate the value of BC, so BC square will be AC square minus AB square. Now AC is 13, so 13 square is 169 and 12 square is 144. The BC square will be 25, so the length of BC will be 5 centimeter. Alright, now we got the value of BC, and if we can clearly see that OPBQ is a square, because see this angle is 90, this angle is 90, this angle is 90, so fourth angle will always be 90 and adjacent sides are equal. So we can say that OPBQ is a square. Now when OPBQ is a square and a square has all the sides equal, so the length of PB and BQ will be also X centimeter. Now if PB and BQ is X and the length of AB is 12, so the length of AP will be 12 minus X. Similarly, the length of QC will be, since this is whole is 5, this much is X, so the remaining QC will be 5 minus X. Now we know that tangents drawn from external points are of equal length. So length of QC and the length of RC will be same. So if this is 5 minus X, so this will also be 5 minus X. And length of AP and AR will be same. Tangent drawn from external point A. So if AP is 12 minus X, so AR will also be 12 minus X. And the sum of AR plus RC is 13. So when we add AR plus RC equals to AC, we'll get 12 minus X plus 5 minus X equals to 13. That means 70 minus 13 equals to 2x. 2x equals to 4. Then the value of x will be 2 centimeter. That will be the radius of the inscribed circle. Alright children, note down please. Let's see another sum, children. Now here it is given that in the given figure, O is the center of the circumcircle ABC. Tangents at A and C intersect at P. Angle AOB is given 140 degree and angle APC is given 80 degree. Find the value of angle BAC. Now angle AOB, this angle is given 140 degree. If this angle is 140, then this angle will be 70 degree, half of this angle. We know that the angle subtended at the center is twice the angle subtended on the remaining part of the segment. So this angle ACB will be 70 degree. Alright. Now we know that tangents drawn from external point are of equal length. Okay. That means PA equals to PC. Now if we see that in triangle PAC, in which two sides are equal, so this triangle will be isosceles triangle, and we know that angle opposite to equal sides are of equal length measure. So angle PAC and PCA will be equal. We have assumed them as x. Now if we sum up the angles, it will be 180 degree. Then the value of x will be 50 degree. Alright. And we know that angle PAC will be equals to angle ABC. Right. Why? Because angles in the alternate segment. This angle is the angle between the tangent and the chord is subtending the angle on the circumference is angle ABC. So these two angles will be equal from the theorem, angles in the alternate segment. Right. Now if we know that this angle is 70, this angle we have calculated 50 degree, and this angle we have to calculate. Now if we sum up the angles of the triangle ABC, we'll get angle BAC plus x plus 70 equals to 180. The value of x is 50. It will become 120. Transfer that side. 180 minus 120 is 60 degrees. So the value of BAC is 60 degree. Please note down the solution. Let's see another sum, children. Now in this sum it is given that there's a figure it is given, and the question is 5 PA equals to 3 AB equals to 30 centimeter, and PC is 4 centimeter. Find CD. You can see that this is a circle. PA, PB and PD are intersecting the circle at A and C, right? Okay, so these are two chords AB. We can say that AB and CD are the two chords which when we produce these chords, they'll intersect at point P. That means these chords are intersecting externally. Okay, we have studied the theorem which is based on the intersection of chords when done externally, right? So the condition that is given to us, 5 PA equals to 30, then the value of PA will be 6. 3 AB equals to 30, then the value of AB will be 10. Now this AB is 10 and the PA is 6. So the whole length will be 10 plus 6, it will be 16 centimeters. The value of PB will be 16 centimeter. Now we know this theorem that the product of the intersecting parts will be same. That means PA into PB equals to PC into PD. That means when you substitute the value of PA, PB, PC, we'll get as 6 into 16 equals to 4 into PD. So on solving, on cancel, 4 4s and 4 6 are 24. We'll get the value of PD as 24 centimeter. Now we have to calculate the value of CD, children. Now CD can be written as PD minus PC. So if we subtract PC from PD, we'll get 24 minus 4, it will be 20 centimeter. Alright, children.